Testing. Test.
Test. Check 1, 2.
Test. Yeah.
Okay, we're good. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Omaha, Nebraska. We are here in the second set for your Northern Lights 17 Red. Second match, second set of the day. Remember, we're in the CHI Health Center here in beautiful Omaha, Nebraska, Cornhusker country. We are taking on Nebraska Elite in the second match of the day. And this is a team from Elkhorn, just west of here, out on US 6. Mike, what do you think the keys were to that first set, and what do we need to do to keep momentum rolling here?
I think, again, Jim, we showed a strong net game, which was helpful. We came off a little bit slow, a little bit sluggish. But once we got things rolling, we had a good center attack and good all-around play.
All right, early going here. We got Elite up 1-0. Nasto the pass, sent over by Van Hecke on the left side. That's point for Northern Lights, 1-1 here. Early going, second set. Lights did win the first set, if I did not mention that. Again, pretty good margin. I had to guess it was 25-17, somewhere in there, maybe even a little better, 25-15. Wellbrock sends the serve over. It's covered over on the Elite side, back set, right pin. Sent over, Klimbarski digs it up. Audrey does the same thing. Van Hecke sends it over. A little bit of trouble covering that on the Elite side. They bring that back. Wellbrock, Spoladoro, quick set in the middle. Emma Fretheim, they can't handle that. And that's that important middle fast offense, Mike.
It is. It was a nice attack right out of the middle. Like to get us up to a quick little lead here and just kind of settle in and play our game.
Wellbrock continues to serve. They have trouble getting that over. Double contact is called up by the up ref. Not a call you see made, at least I haven't seen it made a lot here today, but we do get that call. 3-1 Lights. Wellbrock serves, sent over. Lexi Petrick on that one, and that's a point for Northern Lights.
That was a nice variation of serve there, Jim. Laura went deep on the first serve, came short on the second, caught him off guard a little bit, caused an out-of-system play.
Laura continues, sends it back right corner. They have trouble covering that.
Yeah, there's the difference. That was pure ace. The previous play, anytime when we say out of system, the offense likes to go from the passer to the setter to the hitter. If we can break that up and not get the ball to the passer, that's called out of system, and that's almost as good as an ace.
Now that, folks, is a Dan Stein alligator ace for your Northern Lights. 6-1 early going.
We'll go back-to-back aces on that one. Laura's really strong serving. Has found a seam between the middle and the center, or the server.
Sends one over. Elite covers this. Close to that pin, they bring it over. Audrey passes. KJ on the pass. Sent over by Petrick. Back set, right pin by Elite. Hits, touched at the block, sent back over. Elite sends it over. A little back and forth action here. Van Hecke, big long set over to Petrick. And some back and forth here. We get it over. Play continues.
Excellent scrappy defense by the Lights on that series.
Lexi Petrick again off the tape. Sends it over. And that's another point for your Northern Lights. And I got to believe the frustration level's pretty high over on the Elite side. We'll see how long they go here without calling a timeout. 7-1 early second set.
Very good to get this Lights team off to a quick, fast start like they've done.
Elite free balls over. Klimbarski digs it up. Audrey middle. Popped over by Emma. Just wide left side there.
I like the idea, Jim. It was a good idea. Emma got up, saw the block. There was an opening over there, just a bit outside.
Elite sending this over. They don't like the score. They did miss the score there. It should be 7-2. Lexi Petrick swings it down. We got a lot of fingers pointing at the scoreboards here. 8-1. It's still not right. Oh.
Rightfully so. It is 8-2. You know, the table officials as well as the lines judge are competitors and kids in and of themselves. It's not always perfect, but they do the best they can.
Big swing by Van Hecke. Doesn't make it over.
Generally, at the end of the day, they get the score sorted out correctly.
All right. Elite be serving the ball over here, coming our direction. Pass by Wellbrock. Spoladoro the set. Left pin, Petrick sends it over. Some bouncing back and forth, pinball action here. Right side pin, Van Hecke swings. That one's out of here, and I think that landed somewhere in Iowa, Mike.
Cruise down highway. I don't know, with the wind the way it was yesterday and even this afternoon, I'm not sure much can get to Iowa.
Oh my goodness, that was a wind. Anybody who drove down here yesterday, if you're present with us locally, a really, really strong southerly wind greeted us as we came in through Iowa and into Nebraska here. Oh, big block on the right side. They recover. Elite's going to send this over. Kinsey Cronin the pass. Spoladoro, Cronin in the middle. Oh, and the hammer is back.
The Cronin crush. Good, quick offense. The blockers weren't quite set, and Kinsey had a lot of court to work with there.
All right, that brings the southpaw, Jordan Brownlee, up to our far right, serves it over. Little trouble with that one, and that is, folks, another Dan Stein alligator ace for your Northern Lights.
Coach has seen enough, Jim.
Stein Alligators. Tell us a little bit about how things are going in the tournament and what you got any specials for us tonight?
Well, let's start out with the special. We've got the Cornhusker special. Since we're here in Nebraska, we're going to be giving away 2-for-1s on corn snake removals. Kind of a little niche specialty down in this area. And we started a little slow today, but we just won an exciting match in 3 sets in our last game, and we're warming up for our third of the day.
All right, sounds good. Appreciate you being here and being a lead sponsor. I'm sure we'll be visiting with you some more about what things are going on while we're here in Omaha, beautiful Omaha, Nebraska.
Thanks, guys. Have a great match.
All right, we're back again, folks. That was Dan Stein of Stein Alligators, one of our lead sponsor, of course, here in Omaha. Lights keeps on rolling here. It's 11-3. I have to say, Mike, I didn't expect quite this level of score differential at this point. We'll see how it goes from here.
Nor did I, Jim. Nor did I. Lights team has come out really hot. Their net play has been fantastic again this second match.
There's trouble on the other side with that, and that is another Dan Stein Alligator ace for your Northern Lights.
Yeah, the Nebraska elite team is really struggling with serve receive, Jim. I can't remember the last time I saw a play that was as they've drawn it up, or in system as we call it.
Yep, and continuing troubles there. 14-3. Things are rolling over here for our Northern Lights girls. The southpaw Brownlee continues, really sends that one short. Trouble, but get it over. Audrey the set, right side. Oh, that one is sent a little bit long, and that one may have flown to Iowa from here. I'm not sure.
As we retrieve the ball, Jim, I do want to call out a special thank you to the listeners and watchers out there. It's nice to have fans tuned in, and I know the girls appreciate when folks watch remotely. So.
Yep, we're glad without an audience that we wouldn't have anybody to listen to us, so that is wonderful stuff.
We spend quite a bit of time listening to each other talk, so it's nice to know that there's others out there.
All right, we got Ella Masso at the line, comes over to the left side and pounds one over. Remember, she had that fantastic service run in the first match today. Oh, and a great save there. Fantastic save by Masso. Cronin sends it over, and that one is sent right back to us.
Yep, that one didn't work, but what an up by Ella Masso there.
Yeah, that
unbelievable
was fantastic to see. Remember, folks, we're at the CHI Center here right on the banks of the Missouri River. Beautiful day in Nebraska, 50 degrees. It's got to be 50 degrees out there. Laura Wellbrock, left side. They call that one just long.
She really got into that one. It was a nice play. She was going deep corner and just slightly long.
All right, here comes Elite. Just over the tape. Handled. Cronin in the middle. Has to elbow that back up. No, not quite enough room there to maneuver to get that back over.
You know, we've been blocked a couple times in a row going to Kinsey, but I would not stop. I would continue to work that middle.
Yep. 15-7 Lights. Sent over. Here comes Elite. Left pin. Touched at the block. Pass by Massel. Spoladoro the set. Back to the middle. Cronin. That was good. Off speed a little bit to that right side. Perfect position.
Yeah, that was well done. Nicely played by Kinsey. She got the set where she could work with it and evaluated the court and found a hole. Well done.
All right, that brings KJ Klembarski up to the line here. The right-hander sends it up from the left corner. Hits the tape, drops in. That's another Dan Stein alligator ace, folks, for your Northern Lights.
Just like they draw it up, Jim. Use that net cord, roll it over. We'll have to ask Coach Lowers how often they practice that in practice. Hopefully they don't spend too much time on it.
18-7. Lights rolling here in the second set of our second match of the day, and I believe we play right away again.
I think that's right, Jim.
Elite sends it over. That's going to be wide left.
You know, this is really encouraging for this Lights team. You know, I think they were a little bit surprised at their seeding coming into this, and I think it made them a little uneasy, but it's really nice to see them just play the game that they've played all season long.
Yep, I think we talked a little bit about seeding in the first match. It's a little uncertain where that all comes from, but we'll just take the tournament officials at their word, the way they set it up. And in our case, I think it was good to be seated down a little bit. Maybe takes a little bit of that pressure off and allows the team to just play their game, and that's absolutely what it's all about.
Just as a follow-up to that first match, if you were watching the first match, there was some discussion. We weren't quite sure what the discussion was about. I'll explain after this point. That was quick.
Yeah, that was a fast point. Okay.
So what Nate heard on the bench was the down official actually blowing her whistle. And what the down official saw was the ball hitting the floor. Now that is not her call to make. She should not be blowing her whistle. She can signal to the up official, but when she blows her whistle like that, the players stop, and it's really the up official's control of the match.
We talked about how many balls are in the air here at any given time. Another challenge for the players is the number of whistles that are being blown at any moment, and you have to be able to pick yours out of the din here. That's another point for Northern Lights on the touch.
Yeah, Jim, this just in, we do have some fans watching from Waverly, Iowa. I think the Wartburg College, there might be a minor fan base up there in Wartburg watching us, so welcome to the broadcast.
Well, welcome, Wartburg College. Glad to have you riding along with us today here in beautiful Omaha, Nebraska. Klembarski digs that one up, popped over.
Nice play by Emma to get on that set.
Sent over by Elite. They're ready with the block. It's over it. Oh, that one was kind of a turkey shoot right there. We had all kind of crept forward as that play went on.
I was going to comment, Jim. We had all 6 players, I think, in front of that 10-foot line. If any shot deep, which we saw, was wide open.
20-10, second set. If you're just joining us, our Northern Lights won their first match of the day, and they're off to a wonderful start here. Klembarski digs that one up. Spoladoro, back set, swung over by Fretheim. Covered, overpass brings it over. Audrey again, back to the middle. Emma sends it again. And that one's a little wide out in the far corner there.
Yeah, that's too bad. That was good strong net play. Emma just got a little bit under that shot. They've been working hard up there. A lot of the set has been at the net. So tough work by that front row.
All right, dribbling server dribbles over the other side there. That looks long, and that one is sent just to the left of our broadcast position here. Ball went over a court or so. We're getting that put back in play here. That brings Laura Wellbrook up to the line. It's warm here in the convention center, at least by my standards. Looks like some of the players are sweating pretty good. Laura sends that one over. We're going to just get this kind of free balled over here. Oh, and it works. Comes out in a funny angle, and that's a point for the elite squad.
That one caught the Lights team off guard here. I do want to just pause a moment of remembrance. The score right now is 21-12. I'd like to acknowledge one of the best drummers and lyricists in the world, in my opinion, Neil Peart. Passed away from brain cancer earlier in January. So anytime 21-12 comes on the scoreboard, I like to recognize their 1976 album.
Fantastic drummer for the band Rush, if you don't know that. All right, we got some really high shots being played up and down at the net here, getting ourselves back in system. Big swing from Petrick. They cover it over on the elite side. They're going to bring this over from the left pin, touched on the block, but a good save by Petrick. Sent over by Audrey. Right side pin, the block is there. Resetting, they're not going to make that one. 22-12.
Pretty safe to say player of the point right there was Lexi Petrick. She was up there swinging hard, diving on her belly, keeping the ball alive. She willed that point to the Lights team. Nice play, Lexi.
Emma Fredheim at the line. She had some great service runs in Minneapolis a couple of weeks ago. Overpassed on the elite side. Tipped over. That went on the other side of the antenna. That's out. That's a point for Northern Lights. 23-12. 23.
Like to see that change up there. A little B set to the middle.
Keeps Emma at the line. Right-hander sends it over. Elite. Left pin. Swung over. Oh, that one's headed to the other side of us here. We have an open court behind us at the moment. Nothing going on, so we did not interfere with any play there.
That one might be on its way to Colorado there.
Yep, that one's rolling all the way down I-80. Getting it back in action here.
Balls flying left and right. As Jim mentioned, there are 40 courts here, 4-0 in the convention center. They're packed in pretty tight. Balls oftentimes move from court to court.
Here comes the serve. Covered by Petrick. She goes over to the left side, but the set goes to the middle. Kinsey Cronin sends that over. Covered over on the elite side. They bring it back. That looked out to me, and yes, it is. Just long on the end line here to our right. 24-13, folks. It's set and match point here for your Northern Lights, 17 red.
There we get, brings Jordan Brownlee to the line in the hook position.
Sends over a good one. Elite covers it, back set, right pin, big swing. Wellbrock the pass. Audrey the set. Petrick again, big hammer there, and that is it, folks. That wraps us up here in the second set. We'll see if we can't grab a couple of players.
I think, Jim, actually we go back to back, so I'm not sure that we're going to be able to get the players over here, as they will likely move to warm-up. So stick with us. Another match forthcoming. Quick shout out to Lexi there. What a finish on that set. She was doing it offensively, defensively. It's good playing by Miss Petrick there.
Yes, she did. She had a good finish to the set there. All right, folks, stick with us. We'll be back in a few minutes. This has been Mike Spoladoro and Jim Wellbrook here on Spoladoro Sports Network, live from Omaha, Nebraska.